Okay, hi guys. I'm sorry if you can hear the TV in the background, but I'm like so scared right now. I don't even want to sit here without any noise on because it's already bad enough to sit in a quiet house with like everything down, and I just have a really hard time with sitting in the quiet. Anyways, okay, so I do my mom's hair at night, and like I think I do it like maybe twice or 3 times a week, and like I go through and straighten it. Well, tonight was just like any other regular night. I had just finished doing my mom's hair in her bathroom, and my dad, he was at the front door as I'm like walking into our dining room area, which connects into our living room, which comes down to my end of the house to my bedroom. Well, so I was like, no, that wasn't the front door, you know, like I thought he was just hearing me like pick something up off the floor or like bang into something. And so I make it to like the dining room chairs in our dining room, like pretty much the table, and all of a sudden there's like boom, 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 like on our front door, and I was like, oh my fucking god. And so I'm caught in between because my dog likes to run to the front door, you know, just like dogs do. And so he's at the front door, and I'm hearing like this manic banging on our front door. I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, there actually is someone at our door. And I mean, it was like 11:30 at night. Like, who bangs on your door at 11:30 at night? And so I'm caught in between. Do I save my dog because our front door has been getting to where, like, because our house shifts because of the ground underneath and whatever. And so our front door right now is to where, like, you have to, like, slam it really hard to make it shut. Well, with how hard the person was banging, all I could see was them, like, banging open our front door and, like, some, like, crazy person just being there. Like, that's how bad the banging was. So I'm stuck in between going and telling my dad that, yeah, someone's banging at the door, and I'm stuck in between, like, oh my god, my dog's there. If someone bangs open our door, my dog's gonna get squashed in between our door and the wall behind it. And so I run and tell my dad, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, there is someone at the door. And he was like, well, did you look through? And I'm like, no, they're like banging hard on the front door. I'm not going near that door. And so he's like all, he's like shirtless because he's all in bed. And so he's like in his shorts or whatever. So he gets up and he goes to the door, and he like peeps through it. And well, like first he stands away and he's like, who is it? And so then we finally hear like, this is the sheriff's department. So I'm like, oh my god, what is the sheriff's department doing at our house? And so then he opens the door real quick or whatever, and of course the sheriff steps back or whatever so he can be let in. So the sheriff walks in, and he's like, you know, is your daughter here tonight? And of course I'm standing there holding my dog, you know, to keep him from like jumping on trying to lick the sheriff's like shoes off. And my dad's like, yeah, she's right here. And so I'm like standing here like, hi, yeah, oh my god, what do you want me for? Because I have not done anything. Well, it turns out that my crazy neighbor that I was telling y'all about, you know, the one that plays the loud music, and I went over there and like asked him to shut it down and he didn't do it. Well, he's on a little, I don't know, shroom trip, acid trip. He's tripping on something over there tonight. And apparently he had been watching me and all of my friends come over tonight, because I had 3 different friends over today. And so the story that he gave the sheriff's office is that me and 2 of my friends were dressed up as his car seats, and we were literally the stuffing in his car seats, and we were in his car, and we were refusing to get out, and we were laughing at him and joking at him. And then one of my friends was dressed up as a tree standing next to his car, keeping him from leaving his car. And that, okay, we have like a flag out on our porch, our front porch, you know, it just kind of like sits there or waves, whatever, you know, what a flag does. And that our flag on my front porch was giving me and my friend signals to stay there in his car and to not move and to not leave his car. So the cop was pretty much just coming over here to tell us that, you know, you got a crazy person next door. He's supposedly going back to California tomorrow, but we just wanted to let you know, and, you know, if anything else happens, just dial up 911 and we'll be out here as fast as we can. Because, I mean, we live, like, 25 minutes away from, like, the city, I think. 25 minutes away. I don't know, from our nearest sheriff's department, because we're right here on, like, the end of the county line, and I live out pretty far. But, so, yeah, and I'm just sitting here shaking because not only did he come, the cop, you know, think, well, yeah, they've got a daughter. But he also called my name, which means that the dude knows my freaking name. And I'm like, oh my god. And it's so scary because today, when my best friend Jessie was over this morning, or this afternoon, or whatever, we were outside, like, putting up this cover thing that covers our grill and our front windows. And I think he even said, he was like, I think your neighbor's watching us, because the dude sat outside all day listening to music. And I don't know, it's just really creepy, and like, I'm shaking so bad right now because I was scared, and you know, I'm like, why are the sheriffs coming and banging on my door at like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30, asking for me? I haven't done anything. And so, I mean, I'm a pretty good girl. I mean, I like to do some pretty crazy things, but I've never gotten in trouble with the law for them. And so yeah, that's my crazy story for tonight, and I'm honestly afraid to go to bed right now because my head lays next to the window, and sure, he may not know that this is my bedroom, but he knows that my parents' bedroom is at the other end of the house, and so he's not going to try busting into there or do anything at that end of the house because he knows that they're down there. I think I told him that that I could hear his music that night all the way down here at my end of the house. But we have 3 bedrooms at this end. 2 of them are empty. I don't even know why we have a 5-bedroom house. But anyways, so 2 of the bedrooms are empty. Mine's like right here on the back of the house. But I mean, he could try crawling into any of the windows, and well, yeah, he probably could, because he's taller than me. Everybody's taller than me. But he could probably crawl in the windows, bust them open. I mean, no telling what the dude could do. They don't have anything but like a BB gun and an axe, you know? And I'm like, oh my god. And then, of course, my dad's like making jokes. He's like, oh, this is just like Jason, huh? And I'm like, yeah, no. No, you don't make jokes like that when this happens. You're the one down there with your gun, and I'm stuck up here with a baseball bat. Yeah, great going, Dad. Great, yeah. Maybe I should, you know, go get my gun license already so I can freaking hold a gun. Ugh. But anyway, so yeah. So I might be up all night. I don't know yet. And apparently, I don't know if I already said, but apparently he's supposed to be going back tomorrow to California. But they've been telling us that for like the last 3 months, that he's supposed to be going back here soon. And so here soon was supposed to be like the next day, and it ended up not being that. The thing was that he got a DWI in California. And he had nobody to drive him around because he has no friends, he has no family out there, no nothing. And so our neighbor had to fly out to California, pick him up with his car, drive the kid's car all the way back here to Texas, and is now going to have to drive the kid's car all the way back with the kid to California. If I was that dude, if I was my neighbor, I would be scared. I would be so scared to get in that car with that kid. Any stretch of land, and I kid you not, there is tons of it in between Texas and California, best believe me. And I'm pretty sure everybody else believes that too. But any stretch of land in between here and California that's empty, there's no cars, there's just flat open land, that kid could go nuts again, and just like our neighbor would go missing. I see it happening. And I don't know, but like, so I might be up all night with y'all, so please forgive me if I make crazy posts or anything, because I'm a little scared right now. Bye!